Yeah, we totally suck right now, but hey, at least Julius Randle was really fun to watch. Coming to you pre-tape from the Best Coast Show studios, this is the Best Coast Show. I am your host, Albert Aguilera. That is my producer, Curtis Stage. Curtis, it's getting bad.
All right, we're going to talk Lakers today, Albert. And of course, we've started off this season 0-4. Now, last year we started off 0-5. So we started off 0-4. This is not good. We're not technically the worst team in the league yet.
We're tied for that.
We're getting there. And we go on the road for the next 5 games. That's going to be tough. Kobe's trying to figure this out. We have to talk about that. We want to talk about the young players, their development. Some of the players are looking pretty good. We want to talk about the offense is playing well, but our defense is horrendous. So maybe let's start there.
Yeah, you guys have seen that the offense is actually pretty spread out. People are getting their minutes. Kobe leads the team with 17 points per game. We don't have one superstar that's giving us 30, 35 a night, but everyone's got 12, 13, 14. Kobe leads it with 17. He has more shots than anybody, more air balls than anybody. Kobe is the team leader. And as well as the offense is doing, because they're averaging 107 points per game, which is 5th best in the West. That's really good.
Yeah.
But the defense is atrocious. The defense is giving up at least 117 points a night. That's what they're averaging. They're the worst in the league. You can't be doing that. You can't be upside down 10 points every night.
No, the thing is that there's so many defensive problems right now. I mean, I went to the game last night, and they don't rotate on defense. They're not helping each other out on defense. The players on the perimeter are just coming into the paint, and then if Hibbert's in the middle or if Ryan Kelly's in the middle. Last night they tried Tariq Black out there, and he played pretty well, but anybody that's funneling towards the middle, we're fouling them. We're putting people to the line. We have a lot of fouls. Kobe had 5 fouls last night and 4 shot attempts. I don't think, or 4 field goals made. I don't think I ever remember Kobe having more fouls than field goals made. So he's fouling a lot of people. That's an indication. If Kobe's got 5 fouls in a game, that means that he's not keeping up with players. These younger, faster players are just going right by him, and he's got to reach in and foul. And this isn't a good way to start the season. Byron Scott's known as a defensive coach. He's not known as an offensive coach. So what's interesting is they say they're doing this stuff in practice, but when they go against other teams, the other teams are like, yeah, whatever.
Well, because at practice, you're practicing against your own
So you kind of know what they do.
So you kind of know what they do. And the players on the Lakers are not as good as the players in other teams. So other players in other teams are just like, oh, excuse me.
Well, we lost to
hey, Kobe, you're almost 40. Let me get by you.
Well, hold on a second, though. We lost to Denver. The 4th loss, which was last night, we lost to Denver at home. Denver was a team that was averaging below 100 points in offense, and they scored 120.
Yeah, how bad do you think it's going to be when we play San Antonio or Golden State?
Cleveland.
Curry's going to put up 100 points.
Golden State will beat this team by 35, 40 points. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they beat the Grizzlies by 50.
The only reason when we play Golden State or the Clippers, high-scoring teams, the only reason why we don't get beat by 30 is when those teams are just putting their whole first five on the bench for the whole 4th quarter.
Right.
And then we make a little bit of a comeback. So the defense is really bad. There's not one thing I think that we can figure out that would help the defense. One of the big problems I think that people are starting to talk about, though, is that Kobe is having trouble guarding people at small forward or on the perimeter, and it puts a lot of pressure. And so maybe it starts there, but what are you going to do? Kobe's already playing reduced minutes. You can't reduce his minutes too much more because that's who people are paying to come see. Granted, he is struggling. He said this the last game that
he sucked.
Said he sucked.
He admitted to sucking.
I'm glad that Kobe's humble. But, I mean, we know he doesn't suck. He's going to pull out of it. I mean, I'm not really worried about Kobe shooting that much. But I think maybe
he's shooting more threes than anybody, and he's missing more threes than anybody.
Well, that's definitely a big problem.
Bad threes, too, like air balls. And I think that's part of his defense. I think that he's getting to the three-point line, he's dribbling, shooting, so that he doesn't have to run back as much before he has to defend again.
Well, the thing is if you're shooting a lot of threes, what happens if you miss them? The balls bounce off the backboard, and we get long rebounds to the other team, fast breaks.
Yeah.
So that's a real
problem.
We're
also not rebounding. We're getting out-rebounded. Offensively, defensively. The defense just sucks. I mean, we were up by 10 points, and then you end up losing by 12.
Yeah, so what do we think's wrong with Kobe? I mean, he's old. He's 37. He's got 25 years of mileage on this body.
Kobe's getting old. Here's what it is. I wear glasses. Curtis wears glasses, but he's too cool to wear them
Well,
on the show.
I wear reading glasses. I mean, I
Right.
wear 'em,
He
but they're
wears reading glasses.
I mean, just,
I think that Kobe's getting old and Kobe can't see the rim and Kobe needs glasses, but he's too proud to
Yeah.
admit that he needs them. And it's like when I tell my dad, hey, blah, 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 my dad's like, I don't need glasses. I'm like, you need glasses. You're getting old. And he refuses to admit he needs glasses.
So you think
So
Kobe-
you hand him something and he does one of these
yeah.
to rack focus. I think what it is that Kobe's got the same problem my dad does and refuses to admit he needs glasses. So he's seeing two rims or the rim's a little blurry and he's just kind of like hoping it goes in when he shoots it.
That's an interesting theory.
Because the shots that he's making and not making, they're not close.
there's some
They're not bricks off the rim. They're air balls. They're
had-
off the backboard.
He had a
These are
couple air
bad.
balls. He had a couple air balls last night. Yeah, he's not shooting well from outside. He needs to change. I feel like.
Well,
and
inside he's still good. He's still dribbling off of you and doing his fade three or fade jumper that no one can defend.
No.
That's still landing because he's still within 8-10 feet of the rim.
that's where he needs to play. The problem with that is he's playing small forward against guys that maybe are 20, 30 pounds heavier than him. Maybe he needs to bulk up a little bit too. So get glasses, bulk up a
That's
little.
not going to work at his
change-
age.
No,
It's going to slow him down even more.
he is slow right now. Well, he ran a couple fast breaks last night that looked pretty good. I was like, whoa, Kobe's getting down the court pretty well. He's still an elite athlete, and he still knows how to play the game well. I think he just needs to shift focus of where he is on the court, and I think he'll be fine. I'm not, again, I've been saying this. Give me 20 games. We're only game 4 into this. We lost the first 5 games
Well,
last
yeah,
year.
and that's also not fair. It's not fair to come down on the Lakers and say how good they are or how bad they are based on 4 games. Like, we know they're going to be bad, but the sample size that we have right now is very tiny.
But Laker fans are freaking out.
Right.
I mean, they
Well,
are freaking
Look,
out.
consolation prize in the event that the Lakers end up in the top 3, they have a protected pick this year. So consolation prize there.
Yeah. So I do want to talk a little bit quickly about the young players, though. I mean, Julius Randle, this kid, he is looking good.
He's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch. He's a tough kid. He didn't back down from Kevin Garnett in game 1. Garnett was giving him he was throwing him
Garnett's
shade.
just a grumpy old man. That guy is totally Gran Torino. Get off my lawn. That guy's just always upset about something. He's
He
always
is.
whining and crying about
And so
something.
the 20-year-old was in his face and wasn't backing down. It was great. He threw a ball off Garnett's
I'd
butt.
be like, hey, old man, get back to your bench or I'll break your hip.
I think that's what he was saying.
That's
think
what I
he
would've said.
Clarkson, he had 30 points last night, playing really, really fantastic. He's weaving his way around through the offense. He's finding players. He's making great passes. D'Angelo Russell's not necessarily struggling. He's their number 2 pick. He's the guy that we want to see on the court. He's not necessarily struggling. I think he's not even playing in the fourth quarter. I mean,
Well, he's not, and his numbers show it because his minutes are not there. He's getting less than 10 points, 10 assists a game, but he's developing, and we're only 4 games in.
Yeah.
If we're 40 games in and he's still only playing 16, 17 minutes a night, and he's still only averaging 8 points a night and 6 assists, I would say we need to do something to help him facilitate more.
The big question is do Laker fans care more about winning right now, or do they care more about developing these players?
No, they care about winning.
We always care about winning, but I mean, we're not going to win in the future if D'Angelo Russell is not our distributing point guard. I mean, Lou Williams is a good player, but he should not be handling the ball the whole fourth quarter if you want to develop this kid.
True. Well, and in the fourth quarter, I mean, one of my biggest gripes about basketball, the sport in general, when you're losing in the fourth quarter, it just turns into let's foul and foul and foul and foul. And you're really not doing much action if you are going out there for the sole reason of using up your fouls to make them go to the free throw line, hoping they miss and you get the ball back to try and chip away at a lead over the next hour that takes the last 2 minutes of the game. So the Lakers can develop him and bring in free agents, big name free agents, over the next 2 years. But my fear with this happening is, are we just going to see a bunch of mediocre guys making big money, and then he's just going to be surrounded by mediocre guys that are making big money, and the Lakers are still going to suck?
Well, it's gonna come down to, is Kobe gonna be on the team next year, and does that deter or
Maybe that's why he hasn't gotten an extension yet. He wants the cap space to go up again, so that he's like, guys, now I need $35 million this year.
He's not. They're not paying him more. I mean, he'll get a way less contract to come back. The other thing is we haven't seen Metta World Peace yet this year. I mean, we need defense. He's a good defensive player. Why don't we have him on the floor at all? So he could have played last night, and he did not play 1 minute last night. So I was a little.
You think he might be hurt?
No. I mean, I don't. They said he was cleared to play, so I think he's fine. So, anyways, we'll be talking more about Meta because I have a feeling we're going to see him on the road more this next week. So we have a tough schedule coming up. We play a couple bad teams. We play the Nets, who
They
are
haven't won
also,
either.
They haven't won, so that's going to be a showdown.
So someone's gonna have to win that game.
It's on the road. Maybe we win our first game.
It's
away
gonna
from
end in a
Staples.
tie because that's what's gonna happen. Like there are no ties in basketball, but it's gonna end in a tie.
No, yeah. The Nets are terrible. I would contend the Nets are worse than the Lakers. So we'll see how that pans out going to Brooklyn and
Yeah, because we're gonna be on the East Coast for the next 5.
the thing is, these young players are going to be in New York and they're going to be distracted. I'm afraid that they're going to lose this game because they'll be in New York partying and distracted, and they're not. So anyway,
No, that's what happens when you give young people millions of dollars.
all right. All is not total loss yet, Lakers fans.
Because we get a protected top 3 pick.
Don't get crazy. We're going to get Kevin Durant next year is what everybody wants. No, we probably won't get Kevin Durant.
Yeah, we
but
can because we could pay him more.
we could pay him more, but why
We
would
could
he
pay
want
him
to
more.
come to? Why would he want to come to our
Why
team?
wouldn't you want to come to the best coast?
That's true. That's true. So our goal over the next year is to really lure Kevin Durant in.
All right, guys, start tweeting at him to start coming over to the Lakers. We want Kevin Durant here.
All right. So what's our gift for the day?
All right, guys, our gift of the day, you may.
We're not quite yet.
We're not quite yet full scale, but you've been seeing this on your Twitter timelines, on your Facebook fan pages, and all that good stuff. This is the Lakers as a dumpster fire at the moment. And we're not thinking it's going to get any better, so hopefully it stays at a dumpster fire and doesn't burn down Staples Center.
Yeah,
and
we
you
don't
guys
want a whole
spontaneously
building.
combust.
Yeah, we don't want to have a block fire.
We don't want to have a block fire. But that's our show tonight. Don't forget to stalk us on Twitter at Best Coast Show. Tell Cameron Grant to come over, and you guys have a good night.